navigating a new city as a wheelchair user can be really difficult. It can be even more difficult and intimidating at night. We're here in Los Angeles, day 6, still rainy. We got puddles everywhere. This is gonna be a whole mess, but I'm gonna show you some of my top tips and tricks about how to navigate safely, efficiently, and effectively in a new city at night. Let's go. You always want to make sure that you are seen. Just because you have the crosswalk sign doesn't necessarily mean that the people see you or will even acknowledge the crosswalk sign. It's downtown driving. Rules don't apply. Always make sure that you make eye contact with the driver. You acknowledge them and they acknowledge you before you cross. You do not want to get hit. You're 4'3", you're super short, and you're not well lit up. You're not bright. You're not wearing any reflective clothing. You're not a bicycle. So be safe out there and make sure that you are seen even if you do have the crosswalk sign. You noticed I was always looking to my right, making sure no one was turning into me. About to go check out the Grand Central Market. This is a nice meeting place for local people, local shops. Cool stuff going on here. We're gonna check out its accessibility. Let's go. It says restrooms downstairs, but if you look, there's a little sign that's got a handicap sign next to it. Or there's some sort of elevator system. All right, these kind of elevators are like freight elevators. If you look, this one's turned on. It did say that we were supposed to ask for assistance, but it's turned on, so I'm not gonna wait to turn it on. Just press the down button. You can see it's going down right now. These are the kind of elevators that are in old buildings where they can't actually like retrofit a proper like elevator in a shaft, but they can add these next to stairs. Once the door is shut, you've got the button. These are not for other passengers usually. Like you can clearly tell there's not a lot of room. And if you're in a power chair, if you're like a quad that's in a power chair, you can fit in here, but that's why they have it like this. You can use your, your wrist or your palm or whatever if you're a quad. All right, and I was looking for the signs again. An elevator to an elevator. Welcome to old buildings where nothing makes sense. Yeah. Another thing you'll notice as a wheelchair user navigating cities that are ADA but maybe not proper ADA is you'll end up in some real sketchy areas that don't seem like it's right, but just follow the signs. That was properly one of the most disgusting bathrooms I have ever been in. If I went and used my gloves that I carry with me, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go check out the What's in My Bag video, link somewhere around here, and see what I'm talking about, because that bathroom was filthy and I definitely needed to wash my hands and wear gloves in order to not catch a UTI. But anyway, that's just life sometimes. Let's go check out our next place. Blueberry and goji and acai versus peanut butter, coffee, and chocolate. I'm gonna go with the superfood. Then we're gonna gluten-free superfood. Just went to PBJ LA. I just got myself a superfood peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's got acai, goji berries, and some other goodies that I don't remember already. We just finished up here at Grand Central Market. It's an older building, so there's a lot of retrofitted accessibility. It wasn't the best, but there was accessibility. There was accessible bathrooms. I could get to every level. It was open spaces. No complaints here. Now we're headed our way to another museum. As you saw in our other video, we went to the Peterson Museum. This is another museum that's pretty cool here downtown because it's free after 7 o'clock. It closes at 8, but we're gonna go check it out. Just experienced a car zip out of this parking lot right here without stopping. They went phew, and just zooped right out. So you gotta pay attention to places where cars come in and out because they don't see you. And if you were halfway out and he just zipped out, you could have been smashed and end up in the hospital. And that's no good. So pay close attention. There's like some reflective mirrors and stuff you can look at to kind of see. There's some flashing lights that I think mean like caution or something, I don't know, but this is a sidewalk right here and that car just zipped right out. All right, so the walking directions that we looked up on maps was having us go up a giant flight of stairs. Obviously I can't do that, but the reason the stairs are in place is because there's a long, steep hill ahead of us, Luckily, I have a friend with me who's gonna give me a full boosty. I'm gonna be pushing with my hands, he's gonna be pushing on my back. You'll see what I'm talking about. In that scenario, if you don't have a friend with you, there's two options you can do. Option one, grab a cab. A cab can pick you up, a Lyft or an Uber, and take you where you wanna go, or even just take you to the top of the hill. The other option would be find a different route that doesn't have as much of an incline. That'd probably be a little bit longer, but that's an option for you. Depending on how steep and how long it is, you can actually turn around backwards in your wheelchair and pull backwards up a hill. You're actually a lot stronger pulling than you are pushing. Also, another trick is the zigzag. Zigzag is more effective because you're not going straight up. You're going left and right, which means a smaller distance you're having to cover vertically each push. And all of LA smells like weed. I don't like weed. It's a bad thing for me. If you want to know more, sign up for my email list to hear the full story. Alright, we have made it to the Broad. We had to find ourselves through this really weird underground system, like that walking app took us the craziest way ever. We went through a parking deck, took us up to the street. But we're here now. Of course, museums are always super accessible. I mean, just look around. Look at all this space that's around us. Like, it's flat, it's open space. There's always cool stuff to see. I'm about to sneeze again, because California's been making me sneeze a lot. Okay, just kidding, that was a false alarm.
Hey, you're a great big phony, you know that?
But anyway, we're gonna go check out some of this stuff, get some really cool pictures for Instagram. I'm gonna go pick the other one. This is too low. That's more like it. Alright, we just finished up here at the Broad Museum. I'm about to go collect my hoodie because I didn't want to have to carry it around with me. They do free coat checks at museums and stuff like that. So if you're a wheelie boy and you got stuff that you don't want to carry around with you the whole time, that's no big deal. I kept my bag with me, obviously, because I've got my bathroom stuff in there. But for the most part, like, if you got extra stuff you don't want to carry around, like, you can just check it. It's no big deal. We're currently in an area where there's big, wide roads and huge, wide open sidewalks. So we're about to go check out Chinatown, where it's a little bit older, it's a little bit sketchier, and we're gonna go there and just roam around, maybe get some cool pictures by the arch. We'll see what happens, but there's literally no such thing as perfect accessibility, ever. Like, and if you've been out and about, you know this, but if you haven't been out and about yet because you're still in the hospital or you're in the process of going through your physical therapy program or any type of inpatient program right now, like, the world is not made for people like us. It just isn't. But it's our job to make it work for us. You know, the world doesn't owe us anything. You know, it's not like a favor. Like, this is accessibility is something that's for us, but it's never perfect. So I'm just showing you, like, around the city and the town and what everything looks like. So when it's time for you to go out with your friends, with your family, you'll be prepared and you'll understand what to do when it happens, because nothing's perfect for us. It just isn't. We're an afterthought. It's just the reality of what it's like to be a disabled person, and especially a wheelchair user. We are a second thought always. But anyhow, that's a whole nother rant for a whole nother time. But anyway, we're gonna go check out Chinatown. We're gonna go check out Chinatown and go see what's going on there. You're probably wondering why I'm zigzagging all over the place. It's actually for two reasons. Reason number one, you don't want to go straight down a hill because stopping is very difficult when you have too much friction on your hands, and it literally burns the skin off your hands. I learned that lesson very early on. Bad lesson. Also, you want to be able to stop quickly and you want to reduce friction. So never go full bore down a hill as fast as you can. Always take it easy going down a hill. You don't want to have your front wheels hit a little bump and it throw you out.
Oh, he needs some milk.
You don't want to burn the skin off your hands to literally not be able to stop. And the reason why I go left, right, because it's like friction on one hand for a few seconds, friction on the other hand for another second, friction on another hand. Because if I'm doing both at the same time, it'll literally burn. Like, I've had like burn your skin off. It's not fun. All right, so this is kind of gross right here. It's a bunch of like puddle of mud. Can you take it all away? Go over here to this ledge. This is more of an advanced move, but I'm just gonna lean the way of the high curb, and I'm just gonna jump off it. That was nasty. All right, we literally have like a complete disaster going on here. We got mud and dirt everywhere. We've got a big gigantic curb that we'd have to go jump over. This is literally ridiculous. So it's either we can navigate all this or we can backtrack a little bit and go on this road. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit because I don't wanna have to get mud and dirt all over my wheels. I don't wanna have to bump over a 6-inch lip. Are you kidding me? This is an example of what I'm talking about perfect accessibility doesn't exist. And then when we get on the other side, there's another muddy puddle. No, thank you. If, however, this was your only option, you could pop a wheelie and push through with just your back wheels in a wheelie the whole time and probably make it through, but I'm gonna be smart about this. I'm literally about to just go on the road. So what I'm about to show you is an advanced move, and I don't recommend this unless you absolutely have to. In this case, I don't absolutely have to, but I've been in a wheelchair for over 8 years now. What you wanna do is get into a full wheelie. Slowly edge to the edge until you're about to go off, and drop down. When you drop down, you wanna kinda keep pulling back a little bit and keep a tight grip. I mean, you saw how smooth that was. Now, here's the danger. We're in a road now. We're literally in a road. Granted, it's not busy. There's one car way down there. This is not the safest, but there's no such thing as perfect accessibility. You have to make the world work for you. The world does not work for you. All right, one quick thing before we go. In circumstances like this, go fast. It's okay to go fast. The less time you're in danger zone, the better. Let's try not to die. Okay, so we came down this road and guess what? There's no cutout. We've got a giant curb to go up now. This is beautiful, this is wonderful. I'm gonna teach you now how to jump up a curb. If you practice in times when you don't need it, you'll be good during times when you do need it. You're gonna approach the curb, not super fast, but not super slow. And right when you come up to the curb, you're gonna pop a wheelie, and then your back wheels are gonna hit, and it'll jump you right on. Got it. And there you have it. Now we're about to go down a very steep hill, and I'm gonna have to zigzag again. We have ourselves a "Are you fucking kidding me?" Yeah, I hope I don't die when I go over it. Okay. Okay, we made it to the bottom of the hill. The only issue is no cutout. Oh, and there's also no crosswalk either. So like, same thing. Pop wheelie, ride it as close to the edge as you can. Whoop. Then drop. Oh. To the arch in Chinatown. Come check this out. Look up behind us. Look at these beautiful like bulbs and lights, and it's pretty neat. Some difficulties and challenges along the way, but the juice is worth the squeeze so far. We're gonna continue to go down here and check out some more of the signs. All right, thanks guys for coming along with us for this evening's adventure. I hope you learned something. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know about any times that you've been out and about and that you faced any type of accessibility issues and what you've done to overcome it, or skills that you had to learn in order to overcome those accessibility issues. Be sure to check us out on Patreon, linked below. Get involved in the email list. Find me on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next one. Literally, a car's about to hit you. Skirt.